Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Up Your Experience podcast. It's actually episode 97, which means we're getting really close to episode 100. We're working on something special in the
Let's
oven. It's
go.
cooking. Got to let it cook for a little bit longer. Working on something. Hopefully, we can announce it maybe next episode, or maybe we just announce it on episode 99. I don't know. But it's me, that Blaze guy, that apparently just dies a lot in Smite and loses. Bats, how's it going over there for you?
Um, like, iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
like,
I feel that.
there's been a lot going on. Like, I've been
Yeah,
sick
bro.
all week with a sinus infection. And apparently, even though I'm told sinus infections were caused by like bacteria or something like that, I'm still not allowed to have antibiotics because of where I live. I have no idea. So they gave me over the counter prescription drugs. And you want to know how well that works? Yeah, that's why I'm sick for a week.
Fantastically. If I have a sinus infection, I'm allergic to penicillin, so I can't have the stuff they give you anyway.
Oh, rip. See, they just
Which
gave
is
me
why I was sick
Aleve.
forever. Yeah, that's why I was sick forever last time I was sick because I literally can't have Z packs.
But it's like I went into the doctor, right? And I was like, yo, I think I have a sinus infection. I mean, I've had them 30 times, but I'm not an expert. So I can't say I actually have one. And because, every time I do, they're like, well, you're not a doctor. So you don't really know. It's like, yeah, okay. Then they come back and go, you have a sinus infection. And I love how they tried to push me to go, like, well, are you sure it's not COVID? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's not COVID. Well, do you want a COVID test? No, because I don't want to pay for a COVID test.
They make you pay for a COVID test?
Heck yeah, they do.
That's wild, bro. I have free COVID tests at home. That's why I was asking. And then like my work will like swab me if I want them to. Though our nurse, dude, she gets up there. I
Oh,
swear
that's
to
right. You
God,
got
it's
nurses.
like she's like trying to tickle your brain with the Q-tip, dude. It is a time. Uh, did you know the last time we recorded was like a week and a half ago because we recorded our
Oh,
last
that's
episode
right. We
like super
recorded 2
early?
episodes.
Dude, it's been a wild time since then. Um, Mostly because the top of my notes say I almost have a Scotty Pinta, which is true. I did almost have a Scotty Pinta, and then my cooldowns, right as they're about to come up and me throw the ice over the wall to get it, I got Hoyi wall bounced. And then it immediately says afterwards, we got wins as a team. And that has not been something we've been doing when we Q5 stacks as of late,
Yeah,
dude.
it's definitely not. I don't know.
Can
I found a new god that I like potentially can come
yeah,
back from behind too.
yeah. Is that
But then again,
Tsukiyomi?
yeah, but then again, I'm also not sick, so like my mind's not all muggy.
Yeah, the problem with Tsukiyomi is he needs dive. If you have dive, he's fine. He has the same problem that Set has in a lot of ways. Like you have to like full commit with his kit. So as long
Hmm.
as you have someone to go in with you, like if you have a full commit team, he pops off.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just I hear a lot of people being like, "Oh man, new season of Smite, it's really fast. Every game goes like it's only like 20, 30 minutes." But like my games, if I'm playing Conquest, are like 40 minutes plus every single dang game. We had a game that went 56 minutes the other day. So I
That's
don't know.
true.
I feel like I'm on a different realm than everybody else is.
See, I don't know. My games it's been difficult because wow, there is playstyle I could work on. I also get teamed up with some dum dums, so like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, we had one of those tonight. We had one of those the other day. Lots of dum dums. We had a person that wanted support, swapped for it, picked the emoji, inted, and then was like, "I'm gonna build damage now." And it's like, how does that help us?
Uh, I don't know. It's almost as much as the soul with no pen.
Yeah, I mean it's a wild time out here on the Smite streets. How do you want to talk about our games, Bats? Because I mean I could talk about a good bit here.
I mean, mine will be short
Okay.
because, like I said, I've been sick, so like doesn't really matter. I haven't been playing much. I've been playing a little bit of stuff, but like
That is a lie. This
I,
man's
I
been gaming all the time. Do not listen to this crap.
I will get my last fortress rant out of the way now, as you've already heard. But like, the game is taking a turn for the worst as of right now because of petty little people. Basically, we have like if you've listened to the podcast before, I've explained the game, how you have alliances and stuff like that. And we all started off with one server, and there's supposed to be a 230 alliance NAP, which is like a peace treaty pretty much. Well, that peace treaty got broke, and somehow we're the ones that take the fall for it, even though we didn't do anything. So we're just getting obliterated right now by all these bigger alliances that spend money and don't do anything to help anybody else but themselves and only like do things that they know they'll win against. So it's kind of frustrating because honestly, I'm not spending money on this game.
But money go burr.
Yeah, it does. If I had money, I'd make it go burr.
Oh man.
But it's like it's so frustrating to hear, "Oh, we have to stick together," and these are the first ones that sit there and do what they want because they think they're big. Because they play one game and spend money on it. All right, that's the only rant I'm going to do about Last Fortress. Other than that, Smite games have been awful just due to sinus infection and foggy head, not being able to think. Really, it sucked. Um, Pretty much the only fun game I have played so far would be Sons of Forest, which started that this weekend. It was pretty fun.
I'm offended.
Why?
I'm gonna let you continue talking about Sons
I'm
of
not
Forest,
done.
and then I'm gonna roast you.
First off, I'm not done, so shut up.
You said the only fun thing you played, and that is a lie. You were bold-faced lying to the
Hey,
listeners.
there is another game. I'm not to it yet. All right? Shush. And I'm pretty sure I said games.
No, you said game. The only fun game I have played were the
Well,
words you
listen,
used.
it was gonna go for the one that I was talking about first, but then I decided to do Sons of Forest because the other one's a little bit funner.
That's true. I haven't
So
played Sons of
anyway,
Forest like I know what I'm talking about.
well, Sons of Forest is okay, just since it's on its like alpha or beta or pre-release, whatever they want to call it. It's pretty glitchy. I don't like. I'm kind of worried that even though it's in its like open test phase or whatever, there's not going to be much more because I feel like we're almost done with it. I don't know. But then again, that's how I am with games. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to ruin stuff, but it's pretty much like The Forest, but a little bit better, sort of, except you don't have a hot bar, so kind of sucks. Other than that, the other fun game I played is Hunt Showdown, which, is fun unless you're by yourself, as I found out. Because when
This
you're
is
by
true.
yourself,
It is
when you
drastically better with friends.
when you are by yourself, it sucks. And it is terrifying. And you will have a heart attack because everything jumps at you.
This is why I sent
Everything
you the
jumps at
game.
you.
That way I had someone to play with and I didn't have to go solo.
But other than that, I have been like because they have Twitch drops, so I have been watching a lot of Twitch streamers stream it and everything like that, and have found out we really need 3 people to play this game because it seems a lot easier when you have 3 people.
I mean, I
I'm
imagine so. I
I'm
don't know how
tired
many
of
three stacks
duoing
we've
in
ran
the
against,
squads, man.
but we definitely been doing a lot of 2 stacks we ran into.
Other than that, I really haven't been playing. Like, I'm not gonna talk about my Smite games because they're just awful. Oh, I tried out Atomic Heart. It's kind of to me like BioShock, which is awesome, but the gameplay is kind of wonky. At least for I haven't played it on PC. I played it on a Xbox, and like it just seems like sensitivity is all over the place. I don't know. I played it for maybe like an hour or two, and I was like, I gotta take a break because this is killing me. But all in all, it does give me like BioShock vibes, which I love BioShock.
I do love some BioShock.
And I won't get into any other things because I think we're talking about that later, if I read correctly.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Other than that, those are
Okay.
my games.
So since the last time we recorded, I did the charity event. We ended up raising like $225, I think, something like that. Did some Fortnite with Luke. That was a good time. He did jokes on stream. Won a bunch of Fortnite games. Found out that Killjoy used to play Fortnite competitively, which was kind of wild. That dude fracks. But really and truly, what matters is Luke getting the kill by flying in from balloons above and taking somebody out. He also went for a pacifist game and almost won with just balloons and just not attacking anybody. He made top like 2 or 3 in squads or duos or whatever. It was a good time. But played a lot of Smite, played a lot of Fortnite, and we just had a good time. We played relegations. We ended up winning one game the first weekend, and we won one game the second weekend. We were out, and then a team dropped the first day, so now we're playing Albion Giants League, and that's been a time. We need to actually get games in as a team because that is not something we've been able to do pretty much at all. Along with that, I played some PUBG, and then we got Bats introduced to DMZ, which is a fun time until you go to open a stronghold door.
Yeah, that was horrible. I don't know why I did that. Nobody warned me at all.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. I had like 2 weeks of games.
Yeah, dude. I have 20 Hachiman games to play. I've played 3 of them. I have 17 more to go. Shout out to Ambright for donating monies and deciding that he wanted me to play 5 Hachiman games. I said, what about the rest? He goes, I don't know, man. I said, okay, well, I'm just going to play Hachiman unless you decide on something else. So that's where we're at. The boys pied me in the face. There's a highlight in Discord. And I had to teach Logan how to do it, so I got pied 3 times instead of 2. But dude, Luke was like holding the pie in my face. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to breathe if he keeps this up. I have Nox as my diamond challenge for Spot G. I've played 2 games of Nox since then, and let me tell you, it's like I'm a Nox main, dude. I think I might have to try Nox ADC. It has to be okay because I'm hitting everything. I played in the arena twice. I went 14-3 and 11. And then a 4v5, legitimate, like our Tsukiyomi DC. It was a legitimate 4v5. I went 13-0 and 13 with top damage. I was popping off, dude. Nox is good. Just throwing it out there. Nox go burr. Been playing a lot of Smite, like we talked about. We did have a game where me and Vengeance were 30 damage apart for top damage, which is kind of wild. Played Jingwei. That god's very meh. I'm not hearing anything else. Played Cleo ADC, got farmed, but I think we won that game late. And then we have the new Smite god. Everybody's calling him Marty. His name is Martikaros. It's Persian inspired. He does have a really good joke line that he talks about, I'm not a jungle buff and blah, blah, blah. And I think Hi-Res really missed an opportunity to, like, when he dies, having him drop a fake jungle buff.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. He's good, though. He's definitely good. I don't think he's OP. I've heard a lot of people say, like, he's overpowered. I don't think he's overpowered. I think once you get used to his kit, he has some really good range that makes him more like a mage than a hunter. But I do think he's a good overall release. I have not won a game on him yet. Fun facts of the day. I did get 18 of 19 dare drops done. They're pulling the winner of the PC on March 1st, so fingers crossed. That's me. That'd be kind of cool. I did a VOD review with Vengeance and Kenny of our first AGL game, or the last AGL, or one of the whatever AGL relegations games they casted. The last one that we got eliminated on. I watched that back.
That was the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I casted with Vengeance. We casted some collegiate Smite for Albion Giants League and NECC. It was NC State Red versus Marshall U EAC. And those games were nuts. If you want to go watch some crazy Smite that doesn't make sense of how someone won a game, you should go watch those. NC State Red came back from like gold deficits of like 12,000 and 15,000 to win games. It was insanity. And to piggyback off that, play-ins were this weekend. And we saw some like epic throws of teams having 20,000 gold leads and losing the game. But the wargs were eliminated.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah, dude, I'm still mind boggled. Gladiators and Eldritch Hounds made it in. So if you didn't watch those, there were some crazy games. A lot of people were like hyping it up, saying like those games were better than games at Worlds and that kind of stuff. I just thought we saw a lot of bad Smite played. I don't know. Maybe that's me being like overly critical, but I felt like there was just so many missteps
No, it's
that
because
like
I voted for the wargs. That's what happened.
true you did. But you know what I mean? Like I feel like the games were good, don't get me wrong. But like the games also featured like teams throwing 20,000 gold leads. Like that's not
Yeah.
normal. And we saw some teams do that more than once. So, I was going to do that during the news, but like I don't really have much to say other than those two teams are in. And there's a lot of negative press on one of the players that I'm not going to get into. New Paladins update came out, tried it. It was all right. A lot of Overwatch fans are complaining that the new champion Nyx is like Ramatra, and honestly, like kick rocks and grow up. That's where I'm at on that front. I'm just saying, like, if Overwatch gets a character that's like a Paladins character, Paladins players like, oh, that's really awesome. That's really awesome for that game. Blah blah blah. If Overwatch sees a character like theirs in another game, they're like, "Oh my god, they copied us!" Blah, 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 blah. Like, who cares, bro?
That
Just
is
be
true.
happy your game is getting some recognition. Like someone else wanted to use kits that are similar. You don't see League and Smite players going at each other if a god gets released or a champion gets released. They have similar abilities. We're like, "Oh man, that's pretty cool. That's kind of like such and such." I don't know, dude. Just dumb. Um, We had the MOTD incident with Gactyl the other day. Fro requested MOTD. It was Omnipotent Draft. And Gactyl, for some reason, was trying to select a skin, but hit the trade button. And I thought he actually wanted Thor, and he traded me Nox, and it was a win-win. I got Worshippers on Nox. He played Thor. We won the game.
Let's go.
He also had some really, really bad bans. But we're not going to talk about that part because we won the game, and that's what matters. Other than that, I have some things I could rant about Smite. I did go 8-0-7 as Hachi in a joust, and then I played him a couple other times. It's gone pretty well. I did 19-8-16 on Soul, which felt really, really good. I'm sure you can imagine. And 6-2-5 on Oleron. And then if I play a physical hunter, it doesn't go well in Conquest, which leads me to my rant of I am frustrated with the thing is, it's not how good mage ADCs are, because they are good, but how bad hunters are. They just feel bad, bro. I can't fight against a mage ADC well. Like, there's a couple that do, but I've been like trying different stuff, and it just doesn't feel good. Like, I don't want to have to ban mage ADCs every game. I want to be able to be like, all right, we could ban Soul, leave Olo open, but like, hot diggity dang, this man built Mannequin Scepters last game and got absolutely bopped us. I'm just like, this sucks. And it feels like there's no way back in. I think that's the problem. Like, mage ADCs make it, when you're playing a physical ADC, make you feel like there's no way back in.
Yeah. I don't know. They definitely turned the tide for carries.
Yeah. It's definitely like Ishtar's good, Rama's good, and I don't feel like anybody. I think Hachi's good because Oleron's good right now, in the sense that like he can ult out of his ult really easily.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it just feels bad, dude. There was a point tonight where I legitimately considered, like, do I want to play Smite anymore? Because ADC makes me so mad right now. The role just isn't fun.
Yeah, they need to do something.
And I'm not trying to say the ADC hunters are really, really bad and like ADC needs to be fixed. I'm not trying to hop on that like propaganda train. But like, it doesn't make sense to me. I built like a pretty good build tonight. Minus I didn't really want to get one of the items, but like I was lacking kills so hard. I was like, all right, I'm going to pick up Odibo at the end of this just to see, can that help me like with like finishing off some kills, helped me get some extra gold, blah, 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 blah. Other than that, my build was good. Like I was I was like 200 away from or 400 away from top damage from bats. I had 2 kills. I went 2 and 13 on Kernanos.
Which, by the way, I did have top damage, so that's
Yeah.
just throwing that out there. That doesn't happen always, but man, I was popping off.
But like most of my games in carry, I'm dying 10 plus times. And that doesn't feel good. Like that's not all of them. Like I have plenty of games where I don't, but like I've had way more games this season than any other season where I've died 10 or more times. And that just feels really, really bad. So
Yeah, it does
expect to
suck.
see me on more Hunt with Bats because that game's fun. And I have to do it for dare drops, and I'm gonna have a good time playing that game because it's
That's
fun.
a hope. I don't know how many times I keep trying to say, "Hey, let's do this," and you're like, "I don't have time."
No, I mean I told you the other day, I was like, I'm down for this. Like I cause like I need a change of pace. I need something different to do because right now I'm just getting bopped in Smite.
Yeah, and it's hard to help as jungle and not get bopped too.
Yeah. So looking forward to
As
some
we
more
saw today,
hunts.
I'm coming over to help you, Blaze. Ow, he hurts. I'm gone.
I mean, to be fair, before you came over, I said he has Mannequin's Mace. I don't think you want to do this. And then you came over and died. And now I was like, oh, now Oleron's 3-0. Um,
Hey, listen,
so
I thought it was a 3v1 or was it a 3v2? I thought
yeah,
Maui was there. Okay,
I mean, Maui was there. He existed.
I thought we
You
had
also,
stuff, and then
I'll
it
say
didn't
you,
happen.
you also expected our Maui to be good, and that was the
You
problem.
know, I know. I mean, I'm sorry, but
Um,
most Mauis I see kind of don't even have to do anything.
I mean, you're not wrong. They're
It,
usually
it
cracked.
it's kind of like Ao Kwang, you know. You don't really have to do
Oh
anything.
Jesus, that's a whole other rant, bro. That god. Okay, Ao Kwang, and I'm sorry for anybody listening that this offends you. And by sorry, I mean I'm not really sorry if you're playing Ao Kwang right now. That god takes no skill to play right now.
I
None.
agree.
That god is just absolutely busted.
No, I'm sorry.
Um,
I've played so many Ao Kwangs, and it's like I should not be 100 to 0'd in 30 seconds less, just because they're either built full freaking damage, and even though I beads and alt, I still die because their alt does like 10k damage to me.
I like how you said in 30 seconds, bro. You're dead in 10 against Ao Kwang. Okay, like
Yeah,
let's not get crazy.
I'm trying to make it sound like I actually pop my ages, okay?
No, I mean that's how you got to 10 seconds, dude. I mean I don't know. I'm just saying Ao Kwang, dumb god. I think like obviously at higher levels he's gonna get punished because he gets punished by a high level team. That's just not the case. That god's absolutely stupid and takes not a lot of effort to play. So
No,
frustrating nonetheless.
he used to be a feast or famine. Now, even if he's famine, he can still somehow build up top lane and then just delete your whole team.
Yeah. I'll continue my rant of towers don't do enough damage. That's my TED talk for the day. And
No, they really
yeah,
don't.
I'm just looking forward to playing some stuff that isn't Smite a bit. And I definitely plan on playing some Hunt. I have some casts lined up that I'm excited about. I got another college team reached out the other day and said, "Hey, what do we have to do to get you and Vengeance to cast us?" And I was like, "Yo,
Let's
you
go.
just send me the support ID, or not support ID, the match ID." And they're like, "All right, how do we do that?" I was like, "You get a spectator, you take a screenshot, send me that." And I said, if you need me to, I can spectate, or maybe I can even cast the games live. Just let me know. And they're like, "Oh, that'd be super sick. We just want to be able to have our family and friends watch. We just didn't know what we need to do." I was like, "Yeah, man, just shoot me over a DM. We'll make it happen." So shout out to Oklahoma State University for reaching out. I'm really excited about that. Anytime I get to do some casts, it's a good time.
Let's go. Oh,
So
also,
looking for.
don't forget, you need to play Dying Light too, as well. You know,
I mean, to be fair, I did ask you which you rather play this weekend. I said we can do Dying Light or we can do the Hunt. I don't care. Your
you
choice.
said
And
there were
you
dare
picked the
drops
Hunt.
on the hunt. All right, so I said
I
let's
know.
do it,
I'm just
and I
saying
think we got one done.
we did. I think actually we got 2 done. And they're sending me more to do because I'm trying to win a couple extra keys so I can give some out to the community.
Yeah, we
Uh,
actually evac. It was crazy. It was
that way we
nuts.
can get a few more people with us. We did have
Blaze
a
did a
crazy
one.
game.
Yeah,
That's true.
Blaze did a 180 knife killed the guy, but then got dropped. I turned around, did a 180 headshot on a guy up on a roof.
Yeah, those guys were definitely better geared than us. I got
Oh
chased
my
down by this
lord.
dude with like poison bolt hand crossbows, but he stabbed me first. I lost over half my health. I turned around 180 pistol shot him in the head, and I was like, "Oh, at least that's good." I'm running in a building, I get sniped in the foot, and then I'm down. Bats kills that guy. We get the what is the breach? It's you breach to get the I forgot what they're
Contract, I
called.
thought.
The
Isn't it a
they're not
contract?
they're not called contracts though. They're called something else.
Omens?
I,
I don't
I don't know, dude. All
know.
I know we've only played a little bit, but it's been a good time. So I've really enjoyed that so far.
It's been a lot of
Um,
we're not going that way because we see what that is and we're gonna head this way.
I want to talk about Destiny, but I don't know enough of what's going on. So next week, expect some Destiny talk because like I didn't get to play the most recent seasons. I've like dabbled in playing here and there, but I kind of want to catch up a little bit because what's happening with Lightfall is insanity.
See, nothing Destiny can do will ever make me want to play again ever since they got rid of my favorite character in the whole wide world in the
Yeah, but
dirtiest way possible.
I mean, to be fair, he said he wasn't going to do it anymore. So I mean, they got left with limited options.
Now that it hurt me. You can't get
I mean,
rid of my favorite person and keep the other two.
I think they kind of, I think it hurt everybody bets. But the
No.
newest cinematic, the traveler flies up in the air and fires a weapon. By the way, yeah, it's I don't know, craziness. Hopefully, we'll talk about that some next week because I'm hoping to know more. I'm hoping to see what's going on.
He's gonna watch some
I am. I'm
play.
gonna watch. Maybe I play it. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna watch. But let's hop over into some news. And it's been a while when I bring up Vampire Survivors was played at the Super Bowl on a Steam Deck. Um, which is just a funny story. Just a funny tagline from the Vampire Survivors Twitter. Uh Fantastic game, had a new DLC recently. I haven't went through and completed it, but I know several people that have and really enjoy it. What it had to offer. That game's sick. I think it's like $5 now, but like dude, Vampire Survivors is worth it. It's free on mobile, but like $5 is a steal. Um Realm Royale is going to get a like team deathmatch mode, and they have like a new patch coming out with a bunch of new stuff. They haven't fully released everything that we're getting, but I'm excited.
Oh,
The mini map for team deathmatch looks pretty cool. I'm not sure how that all is going to work, but definitely looks interesting for sure. And then I don't know if you saw that Bandai Namco released a trailer for this Digimon game called Digimon World Next Order, which is based off of like a series of games, but now it's out now apparently for Switch and PC, and I just hadn't really followed anything
is it
about it.
really?
But you get to like explore, evolve, and like walk around with your Digimon. And
That's
that's
kind
kind
of
of
cool.
sick. I'm a big Digimon fan.
Yeah, because the
Uh
last PC Digimon game they had was kind of bogus.
well, Survivors was the last one, but it wasn't very good. Well, it was good, but it was more of a oh my god, visual novel than anything.
Which one am I thinking of?
You're thinking of the MMO that was not good.
Yeah, it was not good at all. Digimon Masters Online.
Yeah,
That
that
game
was
was
bad. We don't
horrible.
we don't
That
talk about that. That is the one
I
bad Digimon
I
game.
was I was so excited for that game and started playing it and it like broke my computer.
Yeah, it is bad. Uh, but historically, Digimon games are pretty good. The
That's
ones on the
true.
DS and stuff were very, very good. PlayStation 2 Digimon
I
also
was gonna
also kind of
say even back
slaps.
on the PlayStation.
Yeah, those games are they're just good, dude. And I appreciate those because I feel like Digimon's always like underrated and slept on because of Pokemon. By the way, happy National Pokemon Day. That is
Oh,
today.
really?
Yep. Keep
Let's
your eyes
go.
out for March 10th being Mario Day, man. Look, all sorts of fun things going on in the world. But something that's not fun is Bats mentioned Atomic Heart earlier, and Atomic Heart under some scrutiny
A lot of scrutiny.
based a lot of scrutiny. Not just because like there's issues with the motion blur or other game actual issues. There was allegations made without any
Proper
evidence
evidence. Proper evidence.
that funds from the game are going directly to the Russian government. Um, Me and Bats have kind of had a conversation of like, I understand people not buying games and supporting a cause to not buy a game. 100% get it.
Yep.
That does not bother me in the slightest.
And more power to them. But to bash people that just
Play the game, I think, is a little bit far. Like, I think you're reaching at that point. I think just because someone plays a video game, um, doesn't mean they're a terrible person. Like, obviously, maybe there is some games you could probably relate that with, but
yeah, I would say in context, there's like
yeah, in context, yeah, yeah. But like, we've seen devs from Atomic Heart write up statements about how like they don't support the Russian war in any way.
yep.
The musical contribution of Mick Gordon is going to be like used to support Red Cross for the Ukraine crisis appeal. Like that's what his money is going towards. So we see things like that where you see like developers and musicians and people that worked on the game that don't stand with that ideology at all, and they support Ukraine or they support, whatever the aspect may be that's a bit different, in their own way.
Yep.
We talked about it here on the podcast before with Blizzard. I've talked a lot about Blizzard. I've talked about my disdain of Bobby Kotick. I've talked about how I really quit playing Blizzard games for like a year because of the allegations and things that were going on within their company. Before like we started seeing people get fired and lawsuits happen and money need to be paid. And then I was like, cool, like there's being consequences to actions. And for me, it was my problem was is it was throughout all the studio. It wasn't just a CEO or a figurehead. It was multiple people throughout the whole entire studio. So that for me, like I just felt different. And there was a lot of evidence backing it up, dude. There was so much crazy evidence in the Activision stuff. But I do want to say I fully support people not purchasing games or not um wanting to watch or talk or whatever else about a game. I just don't think it's also appropriate to go bash people because they play a certain game.
Or try to
Um
get them banned.
yeah.
Like I don't know. I think that's overkill in today's world. I'm not gonna lie because you're taking the fun out of a game entirely.
Yeah. And I do understand for like some people, like they might, their argument is, well, like it's not fun for me to have to deal with this, and I get it. I do. I understand.
Well, yeah, I get that, and then that's where it's like that's why Twitch has titles. Says the game that you're playing, just don't watch it.
True.
I mean,
You know that actually bothers me. This is a whole side conversation. You said Twitch, and it reminded me when people come into a chat and they say, "What game is this?" That is something that drives me insane because you can see the title of the game when you click on the stream.
yeah.
Maybe I'm the only one that bothers, but that's like a pet peeve of mine when I go into
No, I get that
streams.
too. Unless it's like labeled different.
Yeah. Like unless you're under just chatting or whatever, or they're under the wrong, category. But more often than not, they're not. Okay.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I'll be honest. I've had, my title and my game have been completely off because sometimes I forget and it's like, "Oh, I'm glad you reminded me."
right. But would the people we're talking about have like mods to make sure that doesn't happen? You know what I mean?
No, that's true. I have
And
a couple mods that make sure that doesn't happen,
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying wild
but
times out
sometimes I
there.
still forget. Yeah. But I don't know. We got so far off top. I just want to go back to where a game was a game and we could have fun on it.
Yeah.
And now I do realize that some games do push context way out of line, and that's perfectly fine. That's why Twitch has TOS.
Yeah.
So, like, that's my standpoint on it. So if it doesn't fall under that TOS, like, just let it be. I don't know. I mean, I support either way, you know, but at the same time, it's like people are just trying to escape. People play games to get away from the real world, which is toxic. Let's be honest.
Sometimes.
And I love saying that as I play Smite, which is toxic.
Yeah, dude, don't get me started. Looking at you, Kenny. Oh my god, dude. Kenny tilted me tonight just for the
That's too
listeners.
bad.
This man spammed not too bad. That's too bad at me every time I died. And I was like, I can't take this anymore. And I just turned up my music as loud as I could and finished out the game. Normally wouldn't bother me, but like I've been taking my Sundays and Mondays off of gaming, and I was like, this is why I haven't been gaming on Mondays right here to get away from
You
this
say
crap.
gaming, but really it's just streaming. You still sometimes game.
I mean, I didn't. I think I played maybe a game of Smite yesterday with you guys, and then I played like a Gang Beast with the boys today. But really and truly,
Dude,
like I haven't like unless the boys want to play something, like I haven't been playing something on Sundays and Mondays. Last weekend was the exception because the charity stream. But in the past month and a half, I haven't been playing stuff on Sundays and Mondays. I've just been chilling with the boys, doing stuff around the house and relaxing.
I don't remember playing a game with you yesterday.
I think we played one game of Smite.
I can't remember.
Yeah, we did because I was on the phone.
Because I honestly like I took because I went and got the extra strength Theraflu and that knocked me out. I was
Yeah,
gone.
I think I played Medusa. I don't know. I'll go look in a second. But we do have a random question from Ash today. I played
Ooh.
Apollo. I lied and it was bad. I remember now. But Kenny also sent me a question the other day. So let me go back. I think I pinned it.
Uh,
Oh, he said if you played D&D, what class would you be? Simple. Bard.
oh, this is a good one. I have to. I want to say it's a dragonoid, but I can't remember.
I just like playing Bard because I can get bagpipes as my weapon.
Was it? I mean,
I
let me
played
look it up.
D&D once. I was a Bard. I had bagpipes as a weapon, and I had a 99 roll, and it was a blast. And that's right. 1 through 99 were all different effects. I could do anything from one shot something to put myself to sleep, which I did do.
Wait a minute. What is that D&D?
No idea. If you were asking me, I do not know.
Um, I'm looking up. I had an actual character sheet and everything that told me what it was, and I have not
I know
played D&D for years.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it though.
There's like a D&D.
Yeah. It makes your character sheet and you have everything saved there. I know what you're talking about. I can't for the life of
Yeah,
me remember the name of it.
and I'd have to like actually look at it. Actually, is it this one? No, that's the actual character sheet. So I don't know. I honestly I know it's like some type of dragon, but it's like a healer. So
Probably like a paladin or something. I don't know, dude.
it's I'll be honest. When I played, because it was back when I like studied up on it and stuff, I may have cheated a little bit because I joined in and they're like, "Oh, well, we need a cleric," and I was like, "Okay, that's fine." And I was like, I I was part dragon or something, which I still had healing, but I also did major DPS. So I
Hmm.
was like, cleric this.
Yeah, I don't remember, dude. I just remember I was a bard with bagpipes, 99 roll. That's all I remember. But Ash also put a question in for us, and it was, "What's a game that you couldn't finish as a child and tried to finish as an adult?"
Ooh,
I know the answer to this question for me. Kingdom Hearts 2. I
really?
got really irritated with when I was a teenager, and I went back like 2 years later. So maybe this like it wasn't like child, but I went back and I like played it like a year and a half, 2 years later, and I insta one shot the boss and then beat the game. I was like, oh, okay, just needed a break. Got it.
See, I don't know if
I'm sure
there's
that
been a game.
I'm sure there's some other games for me, but that one for sure is one I remember taking a break from a very extended period of time, coming back and just beating the game.
I I guess for me it would just be Dark Souls because when Dark Souls came out, there wasn't really guides. You didn't know anything unless you actually did stuff and theory tested and everything like that. I remember correctly. Now I have to look this up.
Do you want me to move on to the names of the week while you look it up?
No, yeah, I was right. Yeah, because it came out in 2011.
Oh my god, there's so
So,
many names of the week.
so it wasn't like, I'm just going to YouTube how to beat this boss or something like that. But then I came back
Yeah,
to it and ended up having fun. Also, let's be honest, I think it came out on,
PlayStation 3.
yeah, I was going to say it was kind of janky. Then when you played it on
True.
like Xbox One X, you're just like, ha 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 ha, ha, this is great.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how that works. You're not wrong. Okay. Names of the week. Hori Pooter. What's up, chicken butt? Big Farter XD. Roughnecks. And Rich Boy Selling Crack. What a name. Mashed Tato. Booper Duper. Suckodactyl. And Succolodocus. Noob Motionless. And my dad's gone help. Sussy Baka Kitty. Get to Blowin'. Chargussy. And that's actually someone we played against in comp. Orange, you tired? Platty Pagusky, Chips and Guac, 6 foot turkey. I had to find out the one here that Ash submitted because he submitted the whole screenshot, and I always have to go. I'm sure it's Morgan Freeman, is what it is.
Hmm.
Woody Allen got me bricked up. Noob report me. Dane Bramage, Mesmer the Mesmer, Toe Sucker, Throat Goat OG, and Dirt Nappin'. Shout outs to the Dirt Naps from the
Okay.
Split Pup podcast back in the day.
As I'm looking at this, did we not play with these dudes before? Because didn't
I
you
don't
say
know.
toe sucker one other time and I didn't understand it until I looked at the name? I swear that happened
Um,
before.
I definitely played with Suave in a ranked game with someone named Toe something. There's Foot Pick Enjoyer. I don't know, dude. I had to scroll through and like
See,
look at all
I
the
I just remember
screenshots.
you saying that before, and I almost lost it too because I was like, "What?" And then I go, "Oh." But I've definitely played
Yeah,
with that throat goat OG before,
I
and
haven't played with that one. Toe Sucker, I feel like I'd remember, but there's also Tender Toenail. I don't know, dude.
too many toe stuff. You nasties.
Too much toe stuff.
Also, didn't you say Kenny had a question?
Yeah, there was the D&D question.
Was it the D&D question?
It was.
Shoot,
He might have
I
had
was
another
looking.
question, but if it was something about a villain, but I don't remember what it was, and I didn't pin it in the DMs,
I was like,
and that was
"Dang,
like over a
can't
week
imagine Kenny
ago.
asking D&D questions. That's crazy."
Yeah, maybe I go back. Let me look again. Yeah, I don't have the other one. I don't remember. Anyways, got any shout outs on the way out of here?
Um, I'm just gonna go with the old favorite. Just shout out to everybody who's listening, because yeah, we're about to be at our 100th episode, and that's huge. That's big.
Yes, sir.
That's
Uh,
ginormous.
shout outs to Ash Basham on the Simply for Senpai podcast. Always a good listen, and he might be coming back here soon. Shout outs to him. Shout out to Bot G. Shout outs to Guardians Mental Health. I'll be over on their channel on Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern,
Oh, let's
running part of
go.
their charity event. So keep an eye out for that. I think we're going to play Fortnite for that block. Then shout outs to Dare Drops, getting a lot of work done over there, having a good time playing some new games, always trying some new stuff and having a good time.
I'm a little salty with dare drops, but that's just me.
I know.
I do the dares, but don't get anything from them.
That's because you have to do you only can do the community dares until you get your CCV up. That's why.
I know, but come on, man. The community dares aren't as fun.
I mean, I get it. The community dares, there's some fun ones.
I guess I'd have to look, but it
I
seems to me
actually,
like every
fun
time it's
fact,
like,
I am the worst daredevil because I usually work on the community dares for the month, but I was so stuck on getting all the Smite dares done, I did not do the February ones, and that makes me sad. Anywho,
mine is just, it seems like every game that is in dare drops, and I'm like, whoa. Like, I couldn't even do the TMNT one, could I? Or did I?
I think you
No, I
could have.
couldn't.
I don't remember.
I honestly can't. I don't know. I guess I'll have to just start going ham on dare drops, playing weird games, unless they have fun ones, and then go from there. I don't know. It dare drop seems cool though. It just it for me, since I'm not, I guess, what you would say big streamer wise, because it always says I'm like 30 or 40 streamers down. I swear that's what it says.
It's literally based off of your CCB, which is like your concurrent viewership.
Yeah, I'll
So
never
like
be in dare drops.
that's strictly like what it's based off of. Because
At least
if you want to do
at least they
the,
fixed the YouTube thing because that was driving me nuts.
that's true. We did get that fixed. But that's why it's a CCV thing. Because I get CCV limited on some, but since I'm a daredevil, I'm able to still like go through and do them. I do have one other thing to bring up before we head out of here because I forgot. Diablo 4 beta, early access for pre-orders March 17th through the 19th, open beta 24th through the 26th of March. I will be playing that because I do love me some Diablo, and everything I've seen about it looks really good. So, and no paywall, so that makes it automatically better.
I may try
Anywho,
that out.
bats, let's head on out of here, dude.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Later.